Hey y'all, so basically in this video I'll be talking about some things I've learned as a freshman
I
in
am
college.
a student at North Carolina A&T. My major is psychology. Some of the things that I've learned that I wish people would have told me. I'm not saying that I did anything bad or anything, but I wish some people would have told me. Basically, this is what is do's and don'ts. I'm just gonna jump right in it. So one do is to make sure before your classes start that you have visited each building, and if the buildings are not open, you just know where the buildings is, so when it's time for your class you don't be lost. The day before classes, I walked the whole campus and walked to my classes. I made sure I had a list of, not a list, or basically my schedule. It's good to have a planner. That's a good thing to have a planner. Another do is make sure you have everything that the professor is asking, all the materials that the professor is asking. Mostly on the first class, they will give you a syllabus, and sometimes they will post them on their website or email them to their students before the class, because when you come in, most of them are going to want you to already read the syllabus. Just be prepared, don't be slacking. I know I've had professors that on the first day of class we already jumped into the material, so like it's totally different from when people say that high school is basically preparing you for college. It's not. It's nowhere near preparing you for nothing, because you're still going to be lost. If you're from the city where I'm from, some of the other kids are going to be more advanced depending on their demographic background or wherever they're from.
Basically means that you gotta stay on top of your game.
The do is that just be prepared for anything.
Like check your email every morning, check the weather every morning.
Academic wise, make sure you stay on top of your grades. Like if you get an assignment, do it right then. Like if you get an assignment on Monday and it's due on Friday, do it on Monday and turn it in on Monday. So what I've done is I have just did my work as soon as I got it. Sometimes I procrastinate, but it's better to go ahead and do it, so you won't have to worry about it and rush later, because and you never know what's gonna happen. Like say you get up to turn in and then the Wi-Fi's not working, or your computer's not working, or the website is down. Anything can happen, so just go ahead, when you get the assignment, go ahead and do it. Make sure you do your work before partying. Just make sure you get your work done. Another thing, academic wise, at your school there should be an app that goes with whatever, like the grades or your assignments. Everything is important, like your school email, like everything school related comes directly to your phone, because you don't want to not have anything on your phone and you get like an important email about something, and you later you get back in your room and you like see your computer or whatever and it's lost in the sauce, honey. Another do academic wise is utilize tutors and utilize the library. I really didn't utilize tutors because like I can figure it out on my own. I always feel like that's a thing. I feel like I can always figure it out on my own, but if I absolutely need help, I will go for help. But I really utilize the library. My second semester, I really utilized the library. I stayed in there because the library is a good thing. Like say if you find that one friend that you can always go to the library, y'all go to the library, y'all get your work done, you're very productive with that friend, that could work. To another do, I say go to every class. Sometimes you're not going to want to go to class. I do not recommend 8 a.m. class. Okay, 9 o'clock class, 10 o'clock class is okay, but if you want to do an 8 o'clock class, that's on you. Me personally, I do not like 8 o'clock classes because I do not like to get up. I like to sleep. But one thing I can say, even though I had 8 o'clock classes, I made it to every single one of them. I don't want anything jeopardizing my future, so I made it to every class. Another do is the professors. Sometimes there can be a little too much, like too much, to where you be ready to fight. You might need to call your mama, call somebody, talk about it, or sit down and talk with that professor. I didn't talk with the professor I was having problems with because my mouth is reckless and I don't have time for that. And I'm still learning how to control it. So just don't think you can just skip classes if you do the work, or I'll be fine. No, that's not always the case, because some professors do not take late work. Some do, but it's depending on the professor and how he runs his course. Don't, like with professors, doctors, if they have a PhD, it's doctor. No ma'am, yes ma'am. If you do that, they will get irritated and annoyed. I've been in a situation where, not me personally, but a dude around me had called the professor ma'am. He said yes ma'am, and she chewed him out for saying yes ma'am. Like, he was just being respectful. She was saying he would be disrespectful for saying yes ma'am to her because she's a doctor. But at the end of the day, he was being respectful. I see it as respectful because I was brought up yes ma'am, no ma'am. Okay, out to the non-academic residence hall. I say do not get drunk with anybody. If you have not known these people for a long time, do not be taking illegal drugs. Don't be smoking weed around them. Don't be getting drunk with anybody, because they're not your friends at the end of the day. Me talking to me from personal experiences, because I've had some crazy ones. Please lock up all your stuff, because you might not think they will steal from you, but they will steal from you. Take it from me, because I didn't think anybody would steal anything from me, because I feel like I'm the nicest person ever. People think I'm mean, but I'm really not mean, but I'm the nicest person ever. My whole G-Ho money was gone. I didn't really have a lit, I ain't gonna say I didn't have a lit G-Ho, but my G-Ho wasn't how I expected it to be. Make sure, like, if you have a problem with your roommate, you go ahead and talk to them about that issue, because if you do not, the issue will build and build and build, and then you will get annoyed, and then somebody's gonna end up hurting somebody. Okay, like at my school, we have visiting hours. Don't be that girl or guy that is overtly, like, you have a different guy in there every night, you have a different girl in there every night, because people will talk about you. We talked about some people, like, did you see who came here last night? Oh, that's the second nigga I done seen in there. Yeah, don't be that girl or that guy. Another do is make sure you're involved on campus, get in the clubs and stuff. Try to have as much fun as you possibly can. That's where I went wrong. I didn't have a lot of fun. I was just solely focused on, well, I'm not gonna say I didn't have a whole lot of fun. I was just guarded. Like, I didn't know a lot of people, and when I don't know you, I'm not gonna, like, talk to you. So that was what I think I should have done, is I should have had more fun parties. But the first party I ever went to at A&T, it ended up getting shot up. So after that, I was like, I'm not messing with any parties. And it wasn't even a house party. I was like, I'm not messing with no parties. I'm gonna stay in this room. If my girls want to party, they can come over here. I can go over to their room. I'm not going nowhere. I would rather people do stuff on campus and off campus, because off campus can be a little dangerous. To know as many people as you can. I've got to know a lot of people, but I'm not an overly friendly person. I'm not the type that will talk to you first, or be overly dramatic and be like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, if I see you, I'm like, hey, how are you? And that's it. Like, ain't no conversation, none of that. Sometimes I might not even say, hey. So, cause you one of these. And if you don't do it back, I'm gonna be mad. So lately I haven't been doing none of that, because If I at you, I'm gonna want one back, and if you don't do that, then I'm not gonna say hey to you. Me starting a conversation, that's just not gonna happen. I'm a little shy. You have upperclassmen friends, like they will be like your source of information. Like, say if you have any problem or anything that you have questions about, you can easily ask the upperclassmen because they've been through it. On campus, I'm not currently on it, but the school I go to, there's a bus that take you to like grocery stores or the mall or whatever. I think I've been on the bus one time when going to Walmart, but I didn't know anything about it. I thought it cost, and I was like, I'm not getting on that bus because I ain't paying nothing. The public buses and it's called the Heat Bus, it's free. I say in the beginning, when you first get into school, like have a list of your curriculum, like kind of do like your like a planning for success. If you have freshman seminar, they will give you this assignment, but like plan out your freshman year, your first semester and second semester, like that, like what classes you're gonna take. That's a good academic wise to keep track of the classes you need and classes you don't need. They will sometimes you won't get into any classes, like the classes be filled up, and sometimes you can just get classes for credits, but sometimes you may not need those classes. Like I have a friend now that took history that she didn't need, so that's just on her and when she could have been taking another class that she needed. Rep your school. That's something I wish I'd done more, because I don't have any A&T merch. Only thing that I have an A&T hoodie. That's it, and it's not even mine, it's my mom's, but I've been wearing it. An A&T hoodie and my freshman orientation shirt. That's all I got, and I don't even know where that's at on your gear. Rep your school, because people will come for your school. Don't be approved, because I feel like that's what I was. Like some of my friends, they were spontaneous. Like say if there was a kickback or something, they was like, oh yeah, we in there, let's go. Me, I was like, no, oh no, we not going not doing none of that. I'm not going to nobody's house, I'm not smoking no weed, not saying I didn't. Live a little. I mean, you're 17, 18, 19. This is your time to find yourself in the world. I mean, I wish I would have done more my freshman year. I wish I wouldn't have been like so scared to do stuff, because it'll be your first time out in the world, but still, like, take advantage of it, have fun. Don't be too wild and crazy, because don't be getting drunk with people you do not know. That's number one. Don't get intoxicated with people you do not know, because at the end of the day, they will not have your back. You will be in the bathroom or wherever you at by yourself. Nobody will help you. Just point back, period. I did Uber a lot. That's another thing. Do not spend a lot of money in Uber, because it's some kind of services with your campus that will give you some kind of transportation, whether it's a city bus or like a shuttle bus or anything. That's another thing I messed up. I messed up at Ubering a lot my first semester. My second semester, I had my car, so I didn't really spend a lot of money in Uber my second semester. But my first semester, I did, and I did eat out a lot, because I didn't really like going. Like, I'm used to, if I'm hungry, go right in the kitchen and get you something to eat, not go and having to get up, get dressed or whatever, and go into a whole another building. Another thing is manage your, like, I know at my school we have flex. Manage your flex, because it's gonna come a time when you do not want to eat in the caf. You gonna hate it. Like, you gonna be like, man, I'm tired of eating this crap. Because I know I'm tired of eating the crap. It's not, I ain't gonna say it's crap, but I'm just tired of eating it. that's all I got for today. So like, share, comment,